Okay. Can you see us, Pat?
Yes, I can
Okay.
see you.
Okay. Uh,
Who's not on?
it's amazing. Every time we have to restart, you're the first one to come back on. But normally at the beginning, you're the one that need the link.
Oh, well, I just go to what you gave me in the text. I just hit that, and then I just go in. I guess I don't know. I use it on Sundays because we have church services on Sundays. So
Oh wow,
maybe
on
that's
Zoom.
it. Maybe that's it.
What church you go to?
Well, I go to church, Pleasant Green Missionary Baptist Church here in Kansas City, but then I also listen to a church in Mississippi where
Wait,
we used to.
wait, Liz, you live in Kansas City?
Yeah, I moved from California here after my daughter passed away.
Oh, okay.
Hmm Pat and I live in the same. We live right down the hall from each other.
Oh
2 doors back.
wow, that's
And
awesome.
our birthdays are next month in February. And yours in February, Liz?
Yep, 18th.
Oh
18,
wow.
And what
That's
day is
that's
yours, Pat?
Okay,
26.
that's your birthday
all
already.
back.
Yep,
Yep.
we all back.
We're
What
all
Good.
day is
back.
it, Pat? What day is it, Pat?
The
What?
26th.
25th. Okay.
26.
You heard me.
26th.
2-6.
6, yeah.
Okay, got you. February 26th and February 18th.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything.
Birthdays.
Oh, hold on a minute.
Peppermint soaps.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we just can't
Yes.
see you.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you. We just can't see you.
Okay, the little hole. I didn't add it. Okay. You should be.
Okay. There you go.
Now, can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. So far, any questions?
No.
Anybody? Questions?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna play for you Holy, Holy, Holy. I'm gonna do it with one finger for the melody, and then I'm gonna play the chords, and I'm gonna tell you what chords I'm playing.
Mm.
It's too big.
There?
Yes.
Yes.
I played the one chord,
Oh my God, but they said we was 50.
then I went to
I gotta show you.
5-1. Here's the one chord. 5-1. Then I went to 4. Back to 1. You hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So could you hear me very good?
This in the key of C?
Okay, that's what you're gonna do. I'm gonna keep E flat.
Oh.
But you eventually will be able to play this in at least 3 or 4 keys. Not next week. Key of C, key of B flat, key of F. I'm sticking with C because there's no sharps and flats. I'm sticking with F because it has 1 flat. The E flat has 3 flats.
Yeah.
How do I know that? Anybody? How do I know how many flats there are in a key or sharp?
From the scale.
From the signature.
From the scale. From the scale. If you don't know what the sharps and flats are in any key, you play the scale. Good answer, Eric.
Thanks.
You play the scale. And when you play the scale, you find out. So that's what you're going to do next week. I want you to do Holy, 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 Kumbaya, and Silent Night. Here's Silent Night.
And D flat, all keys, what key? Any key?
Well, I like to do all three. If you cannot do all three, do one real good.
Oh, okay.
Here is Silent Night. Almost all songs start with the one chord. Oh, that's one.
Yes. Something happened.
5. Back to the 1. To 4. 1. Repeat that again. 4. 1. Now, for the first time, I go to 5, 7. I can leave off the 7 and just play F, but it doesn't sound as good. It doesn't sound as rich. So I add the 7. The 7 is always one whole step under, not over, Doreen, under the root. 1. Still the 1. 5. Now my cadence. And almost all cadences are 5, 7 to 1. That's how it resolves. Questions? So it's just a matter of taking the time, learning to play a melody, and then put the chord underneath in both hands. You sure you have no question? Hmm?
I said, holy jumping catfish.
Now, one day at a time. Oh, by the way, Silent Night, I played it in B flat.
Okay.
Because there's only 2 flats in it. The song originally is in C,
Yeah.
without any sharps or flats. If you want to play it in C, that's fine. You can play it in C or B flat. If you want to be fancy, do both of them or add on E flat.
What about G?
Pardon?
I said, what about G for Silent Night?
D,
G.
G.
G as in George.
You can play it in G. You can play any song in any key, but G is high for the voice. You can play it in G. That's 5, 7. It's the same number. Back to 1, 4, 1. Repeat that. Back to the 4, 1, 5, 7. With the 7, that's my D chord. So 1. So 1, 5. It's real low. Too low for the voice. So if you ever play that for somebody, don't play it in that key, because it's unless it's a bass or alto. If it's a soprano or tenor, it's too low. It's too low for them.
3 to get rid of.
So,
Yeah.
now, don't forget the 7th you want to add to a chord always below the chord or to the left of a chord. If I play a D chord, D, F, A. D, F sharp A because I'm at Q, G. I can add the 7th here underneath it. And it always resolves down. The 7th always resolves down. And that's my cadence. All songs end with a cadence. All songs.
Ends with a what? What'd you say?
All songs end with a cadence.
Okay.
That's on the PowerPoint information I gave you last week. All songs end with a cadence. Now, the next song, I hope you're taping me because I asked all of you to bring tape recorders so that you could make a tape of these songs. Eric,
Yes.
You have a recorder?
Yes.
Okay, so you can hear it afterwards when you're practicing. Okay, the next song, One Day at a Time. Oh, by the way, I know Eric knows it. How many of you know One Day at a Time?
I know it.
Elizabeth, you know it?
I know it.
Okay.
I've heard it.
You know it?
I don't know all of it, but I heard the song.
Good. Doreen, you know it?
I've heard it.
Okay, here I go. I'm going to play this, and I'm assuming that all of you are going to record it.
Are you playing it in the key of C?
Pardon?
What key?
I don't know. What key you want it in? I can play any key you want it in.
I have it written in C.
C?
C
as in
like a cat.
Charles? Are you saying C?
C as in cat.
C as in cat?
I mean, they get butt crack a lot.
Did you
C.
say C as in cat?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go. C as in cat.
Butt crack. Yes. Like 2 fish. You disturbing you. Like, we leaving now anyway, man. Like, she's so nosy. She's like, what you doing? You'll find her. Oh, okay. I'm can't. This your year because they already took that one night. Yeah, they can. Your Zoom.
Amen.
Amen, really.
I added a lot of things to it, but those were improvising. We are not ready for improvising yet. We'll get there. The main thing for you to do is know the melody and know which chords go where. We are studying for the past 4 weeks, 1 chord, 4 chord, 5 chord. And we added the 7th, 5/7 chord. And the cadences. I want to get you next 2 or 3 weeks to the point of talking about other kinds of 5 chords. We call them dominants or secondary dominants. But I could do it.
We get to look at it. Why can't they?
I'm hearing a voice talking.
I cut it off.
Okay, so you got enough to go with, but you got the work to do. You got to really spend time. You can't do this right before our lesson on Saturday. You need to spend time to do this. It's like an everyday activity. Now, find where the 1 chord goes and the 4 chord and the 5 chord. Don't try to improvise. We're not there yet. We're going to do it. We're going to improvise. We're going to learn how to do that. But we're not ready yet for that. But the main thing is to know the difference between a 1 chord and a 4 chord, and a 5 chord and a 5/7 chord. And we'll go from there. The other thing I was going to tell you about is the difference between whole steps and half steps on the piano. On the PowerPoint that I sent you all last week, it showed a keyboard, a picture, an illustration of the keyboard. I hope you understand a half step and a whole step. Are there any questions about that? Because it's very easy. I can explain to you. I can explain it now if I need to.
I think you should.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Look at middle C. Y'all see middle C?
Yes.
You see the black key next to it. That's a half step. The meaning of a half step is the closest you can get to another note. C to D is not a half step. C to D is a whole step because you got the black key in the middle. So C to D is a whole step. C to either C sharp or D flat is a half step. Now, Doreen, what is C to B? Doreen, you with us?
Yeah, I had to unmute her. She got to unmute her phone. I had muted her because there was
I
noise.
said half step. C to B.
What'd you say?
C to B is a half step.
Are you saying C to B?
No, Doreen.
Okay, good. Elizabeth, what is C to B flat?
C to B flat is a whole step.
Good.
How is C to B flat?
Aaron,
No, that's a half step, Dr. Clency.
from where to where?
From C to B flat? Oh, no, B flat. Yes, that's a whole step. I'm sorry. I thought you said B.
Aaron,
Yeah.
I only got 2 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
Did you hear me?
Okay. Aaron, you next.
Okay.
What is B to C?
B to C is a half step.
Yes, like Elizabeth said. Okay. Pat, what is A flat to B flat?
A whole step. A whole step.
A flat. Did you say A flat to B flat? Is that what you said? Whole step.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Elizabeth, you asked me to explain this again. Are we all clear now?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
well, now while you there, I know this is a little. Now, do that have anything to do with close harmony?
With what?
Do half steps have anything? Half and whole steps have anything to do with close harmony, or do they have to do with octaves?
Right, but I'm explaining it to you.
I didn't understand the first word. Do they have anything to do? I heard octaves, but what before that?
Do they have anything to do with close harmony?
1.5.
Oh no.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
Nothing to do with something.
Okay.
Now, Eric,
Yes.
since you asked the question, I'm not going to elaborate. I just tell you the answer.
Okay.
Close harmony is when you cannot put another chord of the same type within it. For example, C, E, G. You can't put anything between C, E, and G of that chord. But now, if you play C up to G, up to E on top, that's open harmony because you can get in between C and G, E. So, middle C, Eric, we can talk about this.
Okay.
You and I
Okay.
can talk about
All right.
this.
Okay. Okay.
We're not ready for that, and we're not going to be planning that, and it doesn't have anything to do with our lesson.
Okay. Okay.
But I'll be happy to answer your question privately. Okay, now I'm going to play a cadence for you. I'm jumping back and forth, but I'm really not. This cadence will show you what a diminished chord sounds like. I'm playing B, D as in David, F. That's a B diminished chord. It's in every key. It's the seventh chord of a key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The reason why it's a seventh chord is because it's on the 7th degree of the scale. Like Eric said, all songs or all keys come from scale. But the 7th chord is just like the 5 chord, except for the F. The 5 chord that gives C is GBD. Add the F on top, you got a G7th chord, but the top 3 notes are the same as a 7th chord. It functions just like a 7th chord. In fact, it's it's stronger than a 5 chord. I showed you already when I play Silent Night. When you take the 7th out, it doesn't have the same strength. I hope you are taping this because it's going to mean a lot to you when you play it back over the next several weeks. So the 7th chord, the diminished chord, is used a lot in gospel songs, a whole lot. There it is right there. There it is. Here it is again. That's the 7th, my eyes. This is total praise. Here comes the diminished. Here we go. I could play it as a 5 chord, it won't have the same feeling. It doesn't feel the same as a 7th. There's the 7th chord. So I just want you to hear how that sounds because we talked about the 1, 4, 5, 2, 3, and 6, but we did not talk about the 7th. So I didn't want to overwhelm you. I've already overwhelmed you enough for the past month. So just remember that the 7th chord is not talked about a lot. And we use it all the time in our plan, but we don't know we used it. It goes to the 1. This is total praise. 4. Here's the diminished chord. The diminished chord right there. Then to the 2. It stays on a 2. Now there you have coming up next an alternate chord, which we're not ready for. That's a 1 to the 4, 1, 6, 5, and so forth. It goes on. Total praise is very, very, very easy. If you once you learn about 5 and 1s, it's very easy. Okay, Eric. Hello, Eric.
Yes, I'm here.
About how many more minutes do we have?
It don't say. We must got a lot of minutes.
Well, I don't have a lot. So
Okay.
let's wrap this up
Okay.
pretty soon.
Okay. Whenever.
I'll tell you something else. There is a gospel cadence, a cadence that all of you play and don't know you're playing it. I'll show you how it goes. This is just a cadence, so it's not gonna be the all. I think, Doreen, that a cadence can be 2 chords or 3 chords. This is what you call cadential, which is an adjective for cadence. Cadence is a noun, cadential is the adjective. Here is a cadence zone. I'll do it again. If you learn that, you can play almost any church song.
Yes.
Just by learning that cadence. I'll do it again.
Cadence. So, Dr. Clency, how do we learn? Are you going to teach us that cadence right now?
Yep.
Okay.
You got the 1 chord going to the 6th chord. That progresses to a 2 chord that's been changed to a major. Here's a 2 minor. Here's a 2 major. That's the only difference. So you got the 1, here's the progression. 1, 6, there it is right there. That's the 2 chord with the raised third. 5 chord, 5 third actually, 1.
Oh, so 5. So from the 2 we go to the 5?
Pardon?
So from the 2 you go to the 5, you said? From the 2.
The raised 2.
From the raised 2, then you go to the 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Any song in any key. By the way, speaking of keys, I play, hold on a minute. I played one day at a time in B flat. I don't care if you change it to C, E flat, D flat, you play the key you want, A flat, just keep in mind to the numbers. 1 chord, 4 chord, 5 chord, and a 1 chord. That's why I had you all playing this. You can do that in any key. So if you would learn that progression that's about 3 or 4 weeks old, you can play it in the key. So back to what we were just doing. That
Dr. C.
Yeah, question.
On the sheet of paper, it says cadence, and it had the song, the hymn, Great is Thy Faithfulness. How is that?
Look, I can't hear you. A little louder.
On the sheet, where under cadence, you have the hymn, Great is Thy Faithfulness.
Okay. You want to do it for you?
Yes.
Okay. Should I do the whole thing because it's a long song, or should I just do the chorus?
What the chord is fine.
Okay. I'm in the key of E flat. That's a 5. 1, 1, 5, 1, 4. There's something makes a difference. Diminished chord, 1. Cadence, the cadence again. 1, 2, 5, 7, 1. That's the cadence. And I think I have that under cadence because that cadence is so familiar, and you all do it a lot and probably did not know you were doing a cadence. I can do that in any key. One, 2, 5, 7, 1. I do another key. 1, 2, 5, 7, 1. Pat, does it help you a little bit?
Yeah.
See, you can't be doing stuff like that, Dr. Clency. I be wanting to have some church, you know. I think of how great God is, you know. Great is thy faithfulness.
Listen carefully.
The reason I asked you to play this, I'm going to play it tomorrow during services, and I just wanted to make sure that.
What key?
It's in E flat. See, I read notes, and it's, I don't change keys very easily, but it's in E flat.
E flat is the key. That's the original key.
Yes, sir. It's a hymnal.
Yeah, listen, everybody. Before we go, listen carefully. Don't try to play like an expert next week. It takes a lot of time and a lot of understanding of what we're doing. That's why I explain so much to you. Because after a while, it'll all come into its own fruition. You don't have to worry about it next week. Do your best. Make progress week to week to week to week. And pretty soon, you'll find yourself doing things that you didn't know you could do. So play often. Play as much as you can. Right or wrong, just play. Keep in mind all the things I've been telling you. Keep all your sheets. By the way, I hope you'll keep your sheets organized or some kind of folder or staple them together per week. That is how you learn, not just jumping back and forth. And you're going to make some mistakes. It's okay. But you'll find yourself better able to know what you're doing than you could before December 19th when we started. You'll be surprised that most Black church musicians don't know anything about what you've learned so far. They just do it, and they're gifted, they're anointed, they're talented, but they don't know what they're doing. They just do things without any knowledge of it. They just do it. Little kids 14 years old do it, but they don't know what they're doing. If you ask them, some of them don't even know what key they're in. And they spell any kind of chord, any kind of way, as long as it has a letter that we're looking for. It just doesn't, a lot of it doesn't make any sense. So just go through everything I've given you is right. Nothing I've given you is wrong. So that's why I say, ask me any questions. Go through everything you can. And if you don't understand something, either ask me or wait and keep doing what you do and read, and it'll come to you. But you don't have to wait for a week, a month, or 3 months or something to come to you, when you just ask me on the spot. And it saves a lot of time. So you have any questions? Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
I
No
don't.
questions here.
I'll probably be calling you this week. I didn't call you this past week because I was practicing for this Sunday, so
Okay.
and my mind was on that instead of practicing.
Well,
But
when you
I'm
retire,
gonna do better. I'm gonna do better.
but if you don't have anything to ask me, you don't have anything to ask me. But when you retire like me, you have nothing but time and you love to help people. So I wait for people to ask me questions. I just wait for it. I love questions. No bad questions. Eric, you and I are going to talk about open harmony and close harmony, right?
Yes, yeah. I'll tell you, yep, yep. And then we'll talk why I want to know too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what you got planned tomorrow, Doreen? Doreen, you gone?
No, I had that she
Okay, here I am. Hello, hello.
I thought you were eating cake. Nice.
One thing I don't need is cake.
What you got planned for tomorrow?
Well, I'm gonna do like I did when I was born. I'm just gonna sleep all day.
Oh Lord.
All right. Well, if there are no more questions, we're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you
I
are.
hope-
You.
I have a question for Eric.
Uh-huh.
Is it possible that you could send what you have recorded so far today
Yes.
to me?
I'm trying to think. So how we'll have to do it is, give me 1 second.
By the way,